Pain is never wasted when placed in the hands of purpose. When people hurt you, betray you, or reject you, the natural response is to dwell in the suffering. But pain is more than just an emotional experience. It is a seed. When planted in the right soil, it produces growth, wisdom, and an unstoppable drive. Too many people allow their pain to define them, but the wise understand that pain refines them. Every great person who has ever achieved something significant has been wounded at some point in life. The difference is that they refused to let that wound become their identity. Instead, they transformed it into fuel. There is no breakthrough without breaking. Gold is not valuable until it is refined by fire, and diamonds are not formed without pressure. The pain you endure is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to reveal you. If you take your pain and place it in the hands of bitterness, it will corrode your heart. But if you place it in the hands of purpose, it will propel you forward. The people who wronged you expect you to be consumed by anger, defeated by sorrow, and stuck in resentment. What they don't expect is for you to take that pain and turn it into something powerful. Some of the greatest ideas, businesses, ministries, and movements were birthed from pain. People who were abandoned started building communities. Those who were betrayed built networks that thrived. Those who were rejected found a deeper connection with their purpose. What hurts you does not have to hinder you. It can become the very thing that positions you for your next level. Pain is a teacher, and if you listen closely, it will instruct you on how to grow, how to rise, and how to break limits. The most effective way to make someone regret hurting you is not by seeking revenge. It is by succeeding in a way they never imagined. The greatest response to betrayal is not retaliation, but elevation. People expect you to fail after they have done you wrong. They expect you to be weighed down by the offense, trapped in disappointment, and unable to recover. But what if their betrayal was the push you needed to accelerate? What if their rejection positioned you to focus on the right things? Success is a language that your enemies understand. When you elevate beyond their expectations, they are forced to watch you thrive despite their actions. Nothing disturbs those who sought to destroy you more than seeing you rise higher than before. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to prove anything to them directly. Your growth will speak for itself. Excellence silences doubt. Achievement humbles arrogance. And purpose overshadows pain. When you focus on building, growing, excelling, you remove yourself from the cycle of negativity that those who hurt you intended for you. They expected your downfall, but your success will leave them wondering how their actions only made you stronger. When people hurt you, they often believe they have the power to define your future. They assume that their betrayal, rejection, or mistreatment will leave you broken beyond repair. But no one has the authority to determine your destiny except the one who created you. The moment you allow someone's actions to dictate your identity, you give them control over your purpose. You are not what they did to you. You are not their words, their lies, or their rejection. You are greater than the pain they inflicted, and your value is not diminished by their inability to see it. Many people allow the opinions and actions of others to shape their reality. They believe that because someone walked away, they are unworthy of love. Because someone doubted them, they are incapable of success. Because someone betrayed them, they must now live in fear of trust. But when you attach your worth to people's treatment of you, you will always be at the mercy of their behavior. True power comes when you decide that their actions will not dictate your progress. What they did may have hurt, but it will not halt your journey. Their words may have stung, but they will not define your self-perception. They may have left, but you are still standing. Greatness is built on the foundation of resilience. Every successful person has had moments where they could have given up because of the way they were treated, but they chose to move forward. They chose to rise above the pain and not let it become the ceiling that limited them. Their enemies did not dictate their outcome. Purpose did. When you stop reacting to what people do and start responding to what you are called to be, you shift from being controlled to being in control. You take back your power when you refuse to let their negativity shape your reality. Forgiveness is not a favor to those who hurt you. It is a strategy for your freedom. Many think that forgiving someone means excusing their behavior, but forgiveness is not about them. It is about you. When you hold on to resentment, you carry the weight of the offense long after the person has moved on. Bitterness ties you to the very people you wish to escape from. It makes you relive the pain over and over again, keeping you in an emotional prison of their making. Releasing that weight is not a sign of weakness. It is a demonstration of strength. It takes more power to let go than to hold on. When you forgive, you are not saying that what they did was acceptable. You are saying that it no longer has control over your emotions, your mind, or your future. Forgiveness breaks the chains that tie you to the past and allows you to walk freely into your destiny. Those who have hurt you expect you to remain bitter, but when you release them, you remove their influence over your life. You are not a victim of what they did to you. You are a vessel of greatness. What happened to you may have been unfair, painful, and even cruel, but it does not define who you are. Too many people allow their wounds to shape their identity, walking through life with the label of what they endured, but pain is not your name. Betrayal is not your destiny. Rejection is not your final story. You were created for more than the experiences that tried to break you. When you shift your perspective from, "Why did this happen to me?" to "What can I become because of it?" you take control of your narrative. Victimhood keeps you trapped in the past, but purpose moves you toward the future. If you constantly replay what was done to you, you will live in a cycle of self-pity and resentment. But if you use it as a lesson, as fuel, as motivation to rise, you will transform that pain into something powerful. History has shown that those who refuse to be defined by their wounds are the ones who shape the world. They take what was meant to break them and build with it instead. They do not let the opinions of others determine their self-worth because they know their value is rooted in something far greater. The people who hurt you thought they were diminishing you, but they were only exposing the strength you didn't realize you had. Diamonds are not formed in comfort. They are shaped through intense pressure. Gold is not valuable until it is purified through fire. In the same way, what you endured is refining you, strengthening you, and preparing you for something greater. If you stay in the mindset of a victim, you will miss the opportunity to become more than what you were before the pain. Rise so high that their regret becomes irrelevant. When people wrong you, they often expect you to stay in the place they left you, hurt, broken, and struggling. They assume their betrayal will limit you, their rejection will paralyze you, and their mistreatment will define your path. But what if their actions were the very thing that propelled you to the next level? What if their decision to walk away made room for something greater? What if their opposition gave you the motivation to push harder, dream bigger, and achieve more than they ever expected? There is no need to chase revenge when your success speaks louder than any retaliation ever could. Those who hurt you will watch from a distance as you rise beyond their reach. Their words will lose power, their actions will fade into irrelevance, and their regret will become their own burden to carry. The best response to pain is progress. The best revenge is becoming untouchable in your growth. If they regret what they did, let it be because they never imagined you would rise to a place where their actions no longer mattered. Emotions are powerful, but they can either drive you forward or trap you in a cycle of pain. When people hurt you, the natural instinct is to react, to lash out, to seek revenge, to prove a point. But reacting emotionally gives them control over you. It means they dictate your behavior, your thoughts, and your energy. True strength is not in reacting, but in responding with vision. A person with vision does not waste time trying to convince those who hurt them that they made a mistake. A person with vision does not get caught up in bitterness or distractions. Instead, they focus on what they are building, what they are becoming, and where they are going. Those who seek revenge waste time on things that do not matter. They spend their energy trying to make someone else feel the same pain they felt. But visionaries understand that energy is too valuable to be wasted on those who do not deserve it. The best response to betrayal is to elevate so far beyond it that it becomes insignificant. And when you focus on growth, on purpose, on becoming the best version of yourself, the pain of the past loses its grip on your future. The people who wronged you will expect you to stay bitter. They will expect you to hold on to anger. But when you rise with clarity and focus, you take back the power they thought they had over you. Vision allows you to shift your perspective. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "How can this serve my purpose?" Instead of seeking validation from those who hurt you, seek elevation beyond their reach. Vision gives you direction. And when you have direction, you no longer waste time looking back. The greatest revenge is not proving them wrong. It is becoming so successful that their opinions become irrelevant. Excellence is the sharpest weapon you can wield against those who try to break you. When you dedicate yourself to excellence, you rise above the noise of criticism, betrayal, and rejection. You make their attempts to hurt you look small in comparison to the greatness you have built. Excellence does not require words. It speaks for itself. It demands attention, it commands respect, and it silences doubt. People who mistreat you often expect you to fail. They expect you to fall apart, to struggle, to never recover. But when you pursue excellence, you defy their expectations without ever addressing them directly. You do not need to tell them they were wrong, you show them. You do not need to convince them of your worth, you embody it. The best revenge is not anger, not confrontation, not retaliation. It is walking in such undeniable greatness that they have no choice but to acknowledge that their actions did nothing to stop you. When you commit to excellence, you rise above their reach. Their negativity cannot touch you. Their regret cannot affect you, and their expectations no longer matter. The higher you rise, the smaller their actions become. What broke you will build you, but only if you allow it to. The things that hurt us, that leave us scarred, are often the very things that mold us into who we are meant to become. Life has a way of presenting us with challenges that seem insurmountable at the time, but it's in those moments that we find the opportunity to grow. The hardest experiences are often the ones that refine our character, stretch our limits, and develop a resilience that nothing else could have cultivated. The very things that broke you were designed to reveal your strength, your tenacity, and your perseverance. When you're pushed to the edge, you either collapse or you rise. The brokenness you feel is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a transformation. The moments that hurt you most have a purpose if you choose to see them as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Think about the process of making something new. A piece of clay is nothing more than a lump until it is pressed, shaped, and molded into something beautiful. The pressure that you feel from the pain you endured is the same. It is the shaping of your character. Every setback you face, every tear you shed, is forming you into something unbreakable. The pain you went through was not wasted. It has empowered you to endure more, to be more, and to do more than you could have before. The truth is, we all have a choice in how we respond to hardship. You can choose to stay stuck in your wounds, or you can choose to let those wounds become your wings. Growth happens when you allow yourself to be transformed by the very things that once seemed like they were going to destroy you. What broke you in the past will become the foundation of your future. Those struggles will give you the resilience you need to climb higher and achieve things you never thought possible. Your future is not determined by the things that hurt you. It is shaped by your response to them. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a product of how you rise from those circumstances. When you allow yourself to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth, you unlock the true power that resides within you. Your future is God-ordained, and nothing that happens along the way can delay it unless you let it. It may seem like the pain you've endured has set you back, but in reality, it has set you up for something greater. There are lessons in the struggle, growth in the hardship, and victories waiting for you on the other side. Those who hurt you may have tried to break your spirit, but they cannot break your destiny. The greatness inside of you cannot be stopped by the actions of others. People can leave, they can betray you, they can hurt you, but they cannot stop the plan that has been laid out for your life. Your future is in your hands, not theirs. The moment you understand that your destiny is not in the hands of those who hurt you, but in the hands of the one who created you, you realize that nothing and no one can delay the purpose that has been placed within you. Keep moving forward. What was meant to hold you back has actually propelled you toward greatness. Your future is secure, and no matter what others have done to you, you are on the path to fulfilling your destiny.